Good day. Good day, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to Morning Sip with Rev Melissa. I am Rev Melissa. And as you can see, I'm in a different location. I am with my in-laws in North Carolina. So let's call this Studio N for Nobles and for North Carolina. And we are spending the holidays here, and it's been wonderful in every way. So, welcome everyone. Welcome to our very special sip with Red Melissa, our meditation with the full moon. Meditation with the full moon. It is our last full moon for 2025. Oh, 2025, 2023. I'm already in the future, y'all, for 2023, our last full moon meditation for 2023. So I am Red Melissa, and this is one of the special things that I do once a month with the full moon. We do a full spiritual practice with the full moon. And I'm just excited that we've been on this journey doing this practice for over 3 years now. And believe it or not, I used to do it twice a month. I used to do it with the new moon and the full moon. And then this year, I just started doing it with the full moon at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, when I used to do it at 4 a.m. Eastern time. So as a brief introduction, I am a spiritual life coach. I'm a spiritual director, senior minister at a New Thought Center in New York City called Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living. I'm a preacher, I'm a teacher, and I am the creator of Morning Sip with Rev Melissa, which airs every day, Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on New Thought Media Network. Also live on I Am Rev Melissa on Facebook and on YouTube today. So, good day, good evening, everyone. Good day, Shay. It's good to see you. Good day, Linda from the mountains of Colorado. Oh, yeah, I saw the weather report. Y'all had some snow indeed. I hope everyone is safe. Good day, Michelle. It's good to see you, love. Yes, thank you for your sacred service. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Shay. And thank you for your sacred service in every way. So let's get into it by way of just some instructions. So please have handy something to write with and something to write on. Also have a piece of paper that you can rip up or burn up or whatever. So you want to have your journal handy if you use a journal, and you also want to have a separate piece of paper that you can destroy at the end of the meditation, or at very least by tomorrow evening. And I'll explain that as we go along. So I always start our meditations with the full moon with some information about the full moon. So I don't have all my things with me, y'all. I don't have all my things with me. So I don't even have my notes. I'm doing some stuff from my phone. So that's why I'm not on Instagram, because I need my phone. And you know, when you're in a different space, you don't have all your, all the things, all the things. So you'll just bear with me this evening. So this full moon reached its fullest illumination at 7:33 p.m. Eastern Time. It is the first full moon after the winter solstice, which we just celebrated a couple of days ago. And we know that the full moon is a culmination point, right? This December full moon is also known as the cold moon, due to it's cold in the northern hemisphere. It's cold, right? So it's called the cold moon. It's also called the drift clearing moon, the frost shaking tree moon. I like that one. The snow moon. I guess that will work in Colorado, Linda. And the winter making moon for obvious reasons. The full moon is like a cosmic spotlight on what is working for us and what is not working for us, or what is no longer working, that it is complete and we need to declare it complete. So usually around the full moon energy, we can feel a pull on our emotions. So our emotions might be heightened and we might be more easily triggered, possibly, especially with this full moon, because this full moon is in Cancer. And so we know that Cancer is a water sign and it can heighten our opportunities to feel more emotionally vulnerable. So if you've been feeling a little, teary-eyed, and it's not just due to the time of of the holidays, but also it could be due to the energy that you're feeling that is illuminating itself through the energy of the full moon that you are taking in, because all of it impacts us. We're all energy. The full moon in Cancer is one of the strongest lunations, and it's very strong for deep rest. Hello, somebody. Emotional release and intuition. So just think about nature and all the things that happen in nature during this time of year on this side of the world, right? Things are going dormant. Nature is in a state of hibernation, right? But it's not dead, right? Nothing is dead. It still is alive and going through its evolution, if you will, in the darkness, right? And we can follow nature also by becoming more still, by going within more, right? By taking deep rest, and not just rest as far as sleep, but taking a rest from all the things, taking a rest from all of the things. So it's also a time of increased fertility, and it's a great time to set intentions during this fertile lunation. So we're going within and we're rooting ourselves in the energy of stillness. So it's a time to just slow it down, right? And to be more rooted within ourselves, more gentle and kind with slowing things down. Okay? All right. So that's some information about this full moon, cold moon in Cancer. So now we're going to get into our spiritual practice, and I'm sharing a spiritual practice that I do every single day as part of my morning practice of inspirational reading, inspirational journaling, meditation, and the meditation that I practice now is transcendental meditation and prayer. So I'm going to give you a taste of all of those things today, but we're going to do a different meditation. And I'll talk more about that when we get to that point. So, first, let's take a breath and let it out. As I share this word, this inspirational reading from the Science of Mind magazine, and it is for December 30th. And I really love this one. It opens with a quote from Eric Butterworth. A true desire is not to have, but to be. We are whole creatures in potential, and the true purpose of desire is to unfold that wholeness to become what we can be. And then a quote from Ernest Holmes from The Science of Mind. Our experience is the logical outcome of our inner vision. Our horizon is limited to the confines of our own consciousness. And then here is the writing. And this month's writing is by Reverend Dr. John Waterhouse, who I just really enjoy a lot of his writings. So he wrote this month's daily guides in the Science of Mind magazine. So this one is called Wholeness and Outcomes. And he writes, within us all are urgings to achieve or experience certain outcomes. Some are vague and mostly undeveloped, while others seem prominent, wanting fruition. Yet few of these desires manifest without conscious attention and commitment. Every year at this time, I assemble a list of outcomes I can commit to over the ensuing 12 months. These are the things I want to acquire, create, or experience. Things that will enrich my life and the lives of those I love and am here to serve. I encourage you to make your list of outcomes for your coming year. If you choose to do this, here are some guidelines you might want to consider. Pick at least 6 and no more than 12 intentional outcomes. Avoid including things that are going to happen without you having to do too much, and include some that will force you to stretch yourself into the unknown. You'll know you're there when your palms begin to sweat. Complete your list with this question: what can I do today to support these things happening? What can I do today to support these things happening? Read your list daily, affirming your achievements with absolute certainty, then act accordingly. I invite you to give this a try and see what happens. And then the closing affirmation is, I envision 2024 as a productive and meaningful year, and I do everything necessary to make it so. And so it is. I really like that because he does many of the practices that I do every year that starts with what is the quality of God that I am embodying more fully in the year. And so many of you have been on this journey with me for the last couple of years. 2023, we are wrapping up our qualities for this year, and some of us are carrying our qualities from 2023 into 2024. And that is wonderful. And we're going to be working with being our quality throughout 2024 also. And next year, I'm going to talk more about how I use those qualities as a practice. So stay tuned for that. So our next thing is to prepare for our inspirational journaling and meditation. And I do these things together, the meditation and the journaling. So have your pen and paper nearby, because in the meditation, I'm going to prompt you to do some inspirational journaling. Okay. And we're also going to be doing some releasing of 2023, right? It's a time of endings, right? 2023 is coming to an end in a couple of days. And then 2024, God willing, will be ushering in a brand new year, a brand new experience, a brand new whatever it is for you. I I like the new year, but I mainly consider my birthday as my new year. But I love the energy of the new year, the freshness and the optimism, and many of those high vibration feeling tones are heightened during the new year. At least it is in my circle. So prepare yourself now for meditation. Have your something to write with and something to write on handy. Have your separate piece of paper handy because we're going to be working with that first. Okay? All right, y'all. So let's take a breath, get comfortable. You can close your eyes or lower your gaze. Whatever is comfortable for you is what I invite you to do now. And let's just start with our breath because everything starts with the breath. Everything starts with the breath. And so we take a breath in and we let it go. And we breathe. Breathe in and we release. And we breathe in and we breathe out. And with each breath, we go deeper and deeper within. And we breathe. Slowly, we breathe. Deeply, we breathe. And we allow the breath to just guide us within, to root us in who we are. And we continue to go within, to go deeper and deeper and deeper. Releasing the body from any tension, releasing the body of any stress, and just gently scanning yourself, your body from the top of your head to the soles of your feet, and release anything that feels tight and constricted. Just breathe through it. Inhale and release. And it is in this energy of release that we align ourselves with. And it is in this alignment that we connect with the meditation and the energy and the vibration of this full, beautiful, giving moon. And what this moon gives us is the opportunity to release, to release, to release. And so first we release any tension that we feel. We just let it go. And as we release from the physical, we allow ourselves to go deeper within, to release on the emotional realm. And so we gently go within and check in with ourselves. See how you feel and feel how you feel now. What feeling is present for you when you consider releasing 2023? What is the feeling tone of 2023 for you? And it could be a mixture of feelings because we can hold more than one emotion at a time. And so we just feel the feeling of 2023 and we hold it gently with open hands, turning it over, letting it go, releasing it into the vibration, energy of this beautiful, giving full moon. And we take a breath. And whatever it is for you, release it now to the moon's energy. It is very powerful to write. And in inspirational journaling, we get to write what we are releasing, to cement it firmly in our consciousness, subconscious and conscious and unconscious even, to make it be known on all levels of consciousness that this is being released now. And take a breath. And I will ask the question again. What are you willing to release in 2023? What are you willing to let go? What are you willing to declare complete now? And when you feel ready, just write it down on that separate piece of paper. I am willing to release what? It could be an energy of the year for you that you are complete with. It could be habits that you are complete with. It could be relationships, people, things, beliefs, judgments, resentments, disappointments, frustrations, things that have come to a natural conclusion, even. We can let it go. So we're going to take a few moments now and just write those things down. Not the whole story about it, just the essence. Just the essence. So take a breath and answer for yourself what I am willing to release in 2023. And just write it down now. Okay. Let's take a breath. And we have one more releasing to do. And that releasing is in the vibration of forgiveness. So let's take a breath in and let it out. Because there's no need to carry unforgiveness into the new year, especially unforgiveness for yourself. We know that forgiveness frees us, and the moon loves the energy of forgiveness. So now, let us go within even deeper. What are you willing to forgive yourself for? What are you willing to forgive yourself for? We can also ask, what are you willing to forgive? What are you willing to forgive? And take a breath. Just allow the moon energy to shine a light on the healing elixir that forgiveness is. What are you willing to forgive? And you could go deeper into the question. Who are you willing to forgive now? Who are you willing to forgive? And take a breath. Are you ready to declare this complete by releasing yourself from unforgiveness, from judgments, resentments, disappointments, hurts? Who are you willing to forgive? What are you willing to forgive? And just write that down now. Again, not a whole story about it, just the essence or a name of the event that occurred. And we'll take a couple of minutes to do that, to feel forgiveness feels like love, feels like peace, it feels like a breath, it feels like light coming in to the darkness. It feels full like the moon. Are you willing now to feel it, to be it, to hold it? knowing that you don't hold it alone. And take a breath. Bring that to a close. And we just continue in the vibration of releasing into the energy of the moon. And we captured it all on our paper. And now, if you choose to, you can take that piece of paper and you can rip it up right now, or after the meditation with the moon, you can go outside, look for the moon, and rip it up with the moon. Or you can decide to burn it. But what we're not going to do is hold on to it. Memorize the list so we can remember. This is not about remembering, it's about releasing and forgiving, because we are creating space for 2024 to experience more fully who we are. So take a breath and let it go. So our last piece of writing is on our journal. If you have a journal or a pad or something that you keep for your writings, I invite you to just ask the moon, what else is there for me to know now? And capture that message. Just go within and listen to whatever comes, even if it doesn't make sense to you right now. Just capture it. Take a breath Be easy with yourself. If nothing is bubbling up for you now, just be with that. It's all good. And let's just take a moment in the silence to capture our message from the moon. And let's take a breath. We could bring this to a pause and just be aware of anything that comes up for you the rest of this evening, tomorrow, through to Sunday. Just pay attention to your dreams, to messages, symbols, signs. Just be curious as we bring this to a close with our breath, breathing in deeply and letting that go, and taking another breath in and letting that go. And we breathe and we let go. And we just give thanks for that which we released. We have let it go into the atmosphere. The energy of the moon has absorbed it and transformed it. And we are so grateful for the healing of forgiveness in each and every form that it takes, in the releasing of people, things, emotions, and the physical representations of such, as we invite in the new year to come. We prepare ourselves now, just like the trees prepare itself for the spring. We prepare ourselves for the new year, going deeper within, rooting ourselves in the vibration of love and joy, peace and harmony, breathing, being present now. In gratitude and in thanksgiving, I close this meditation with a quote from Joseph Campbell, who said, "We must let go of the life we have planned so as to accept the one that is waiting for us. The old skin has to be shed before the new one can come. We must let go of the life we have planned so as to accept the one that is waiting for us. The old skin has to be shed before the new one can come. 2023 has to be shed before the newness of 2024 can come." So, if you have not already done so, you can open your eyes, bring yourself present to this time and space, knowing that all is well, that you have done your very best right here and right now. And that is all that is required. So, peace and blessings, everyone. And let's take a breath in and let it out. And so I hope that was good for you. Remember, whatever you wrote down on your piece of paper, to discard it, rip it up, burn it up, and plan to do that by tomorrow, but no later than Sunday, because we're not carrying that into the new year with us. Okay? So I just have a couple of things that I want to share. Our next meditation with the full moon, our first meditation with the full moon in 2024, will be on Thursday, January 24th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and that is with the wolf moon. So please mark your calendars for January 25th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Please also know that registration is now open for the 30-day mental diet class, which I am calling Getting Your Mind Aligned. Are you ready to soar in 2024? So registration is open now. It starts on January 9th, 5 weeks, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You can register at Eventbrite. You can also scan the QR code that's on your screen, and you can go to bit.ly/30-day mental diet and register there using that link. All right. Don't wait, y'all. January 9th will be here before you know it. And of course, join me for Morning Sip with Rev Melissa tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We're going to have a wonderful end of year morning sip. Let me take that back down, because the rest of this week you can ask Rev Melissa whatever you want to ask. So we're going to spend some time the rest of this week just being in the inquiry with me, whatever you want to ask, whatever has been up for you, wondering. I'm curious about. This week is your opportunity to ask. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be fun. So join me tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, for Morning Sip with Rev Melissa. All right. So peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and justice. We're living life in joy, connected to our